Hi, so I told myself I wasn't going to make any of this like web content during the quarantine because literally everyone is doing it. But then I checked it out and saw how low you all set the bar, and I figured mine can't be any worse. But I hope everyone's, enjoying the lockdown and doing as best as they can. I've been staying indoors. I've cooked for myself 8 times and set the smoke alarm off 12 times. I've also lost my sense of taste and my sense of smell. Not from the coronavirus, it's because I burned the roof of my mouth on a Tombstone pizza.
Damn it!
But I've still been trying to support local businesses too. Like once a week I order takeout from this Indian food restaurant down the street, which has been great for the local economy, but terrible for my toilet paper supply.
Damn it!
I've also been trying to catch up on some reading. There's a lot of like classic novels that I've never been able to work through before. So I finished Atlas Shrugged, and then I tried to tackle the Cheesecake Factory menu. But I only made it up to the macaroni and cheeseburger before I gave up and read Crime and Punishment instead. I have been blessed enough though that I'm still working. I'm still writing for Ellen, but we're doing it remotely, so I've been doing Zoom meetings. And one thing I found to do to keep myself entertained is I've been letting the other staff send me challenges that I have to do on my Zoom meeting videos. So far I've flossed my teeth, I've chugged an entire bottle of water so that it ran down my chin, and this morning I did the entire meeting while sitting on the toilet in my Make America Great Again hat. So if you guys think of any other challenges that I could do, feel free to comment or let me know, because I find it very entertaining. I was thinking sometime next week I might put on lipstick and eyeshadow during the meeting, and then I think eventually I might shave off my beard slowly until there's nothing left but a Hitler mustache. I want to talk about news on this show though. I'm going to avoid the coronavirus as much as I can. It will still be in some stories because it's everywhere, but I'm not going to dwell on the numbers, because I think the mainstream media is giving plenty of that already. In fact, I saw this report on Fox News this morning, and I think the next hotspot is Flavortown.
So this is a number that is very important to look at, and everybody is looking at it very carefully. In Italy, in Spain, and here in the United States.
They just randomly showed a picture of Guy Fieri while talking about death. But I hope things get back to normal soon. Some people are talking about this might change everything permanently. I don't think it's really changed anything in me. The only thing that's different now is I really want to eat a bat. Hear me out. Apparently, if you eat a bat, it puts the entire world on lockdown, kills half of the human race, and destroys the economy of every country on Earth. But that guy still ate a bat. That's how delicious they are. So I'm hoping maybe, if I get to the end of the Cheesecake Factory menu, they're hiding that in the back somewhere. But here's what's in the news today. After a high-speed chase in Northern California, police arrested a man who was teaching his pit bull to drive. The police became suspicious that it wasn't a real Californian driving when he used his turn signal and safely merged. The only reason the pit bull was speeding is because one of the takeout restaurants just added babies to their menu. During the lockdown in New York City, the top of the Empire State Building was lit up with a giant red and white flashing light. And if the movie Parasite taught me anything, that flashing light means there's a poor Korean man trapped in the basement. In other basement news, CNN's Chris Cuomo was diagnosed with the coronavirus and is now in quarantine in his own basement. Cuomo says it's the most difficult thing he's had to deal with, other than that time some drunk guy called him Fredo.
I thought that's who you were.
No, punk-ass bitches from the right call me Fredo. My name is Chris Cuomo. I'm an anchor on CNN.
And Cuomo's co-worker over at CNN, Don Lemon, says that their network should no longer carry the president's daily press briefings because it's just misinformation and propaganda. But apparently not enough misinformation and propaganda to qualify for CNN. Look, this should come as no surprise to anyone. Don Lemon hates Trump. It's crazy. There was even this video that went viral of Don Lemon laughing at Trump supporters. So me and my friend Paul went and gave Don Lemon something else to laugh about.
So Don, this is the sexual assault allegation against you. Some guy says you went up to him in a bar in New York, stuck your hand down your pants, and vigorously rubbed your genitals. Then you took your hand out of your pants and made him smell your fingers. That's disgusting. What kind of a creep does that? And like, how can you still have a job after that? Like, can you imagine if a woman made those accusations against a man in today's environment? You'd be suspended or fired immediately. Like, do you get a pass because you're gay or something? I don't get it. And here's the thing. I know that they're just like allegations. You know, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Except that you decided the Covington Catholic kids were guilty without any trial or evidence. And you decided that Trump colluded with Russia without any trial or evidence. And you decided that Brett Kavanaugh was a rapist without any trial or evidence. And you decided that Jussie Smollett was telling the truth without any trial or evidence. So, like, maybe we should treat you the way you treat other people when you just assume they're guilty because it fits your narrative.
That was good. Sorry. Rick, that was a good one. I needed that.
That's a real sexual assault allegation. You can look it up. Joe Exotic, the star of the Netflix series Tiger King, says that he's enjoying his newfound fame from prison and has been receiving thousands of emails from fans. Joe Exotic also has been enjoying prison because, as he put it, there are so many husbands in here. Now, Carol Baskin, his rival in Tiger King, she just put out a blog on her website refuting the allegations that she killed her husband and fed him to her tigers. If you haven't seen Tiger King and you don't know who Carol Baskin is, just imagine like Hillary Clinton if she was a crazy cat lady but hadn't killed as many people. A pastor in Florida was arrested after he insisted on holding church services despite the state's lockdown orders. Now, Florida is still getting used to the whole don't do bath salts law, so let's give them a little time on social distancing. This one's a tough one for me because, like, I don't think constitutionally you can force churches to shut down, but given the situation, I think churches should be voluntarily, canceling their services in the interest of public health. But I've been watching my pastor's streaming services from home, and there are advantages to it, like now I can fart and drink whiskey during church. Hoping they find a way to carry that over when we all go back. The gas prices in the United States are now down to $2 on average, and in some places have reached $1. So now for really cheap, we can all go nowhere. But that driving dog will be saving a bunch of money. In a tweet this week, President Trump bragged that his daily White House press briefings get better ratings than The Bachelor, although The Bachelor still has more virus tests that come back positive. Speaking of The Bachelor, in his new book, Colton Underwood says that appearing on The Bachelor helped him figure out that he was straight. So I think I know who Joe Exotic's going to marry when he gets out of prison. This week on the news, Joe Biden said that the Democratic National Convention cannot go on as planned. He explained that there's no way he'll be able to keep 6 feet of distance with that much hair to smell. And even though he said it can't go on as planned, he said we should still stick to the part of the plan where I get the nomination no matter what. Harry Styles is defying gender norms by appearing on the cover of a beauty magazine wearing only fishnets. That's not defying gender norms, that's just how we dress now. We never go out, no one ever sees us, half of you are probably wearing that outfit right now. And don't let Colton Underwood see that picture or he'll get all confused again. This week, the governor of Idaho passed a new law saying that biological males cannot compete in female sports. This made transgender women so angry you'd think they were having PMS like actual women. And the point of that joke is not to offend trans people. The point of that joke is that there are real biological differences between men and women. It's not just a social construct. But I know some people, they still think this is unfair to trans people, but look, if Tom Brady can't play with shriveled up balls, then neither can you. You guys better like and share this because these jokes are going to get me fired from my regular job. The thing is, I believe in gender equality. And, if we can make jokes about men for mansplaining and manspreading and the patriarchy and rape culture and toxic masculinity and the gender wage gap, then we should sometimes make fun of the other 72 genders too. Finally, in India, they're trying to stop the coronavirus by spraying down immigrants with a bleach disinfectant used to clean buses, proving that the things Indian people actually do are way more offensive than the stuff Apu did on The Simpsons. And just to be clear, that joke is not directed at Indian people, it's directed at Hari Kondabalu, you traitor to comedy. Personally, I love Indian people. In fact, I even ate some of their food right before I recorded this tonight, so I have to go to the bathroom.